There he is.
What's up?
You
I
handle
have
it. Going. How's everything?
Everything is great. You know, my wife is a dietitian, and she's about to come home, so I've got both dogs here in the room with me. I hope that's okay.
That's fine, man. You know what? You got to have the pups in there.
Hey,
So
Frank.
the last time we jumped on live with you, you were cooking. A little different
I was.
situation today, so you're going to perform for us, which is really neat. But
Yeah.
so far since the last time we spoke, your perspective on everything, have things changed, or how are you keeping occupied during the quarantine?
So my perspective is that they've gotten more serious, and it's just it's sort of hard to accept that like this is the reality now. It's like so weird, but I'm thankful that, you know, we have the resources that we do so that we're able to stay on top of things and do research and try and like figure out a way to flatten the curve, as they say. And I believe we will in time. So it's just like a matter of staying in and dealing with it and coming up on live and trying to be funny or silly or whatever it is.
Or in your case, cooking. just
Or in my
making
case,
sure the wife
cooking,
is
right.
happy.
Exactly.
So what's your daily routine while quarantine? Obviously, hanging out with the pups, obviously a necessity.
I mean, it really consumes a huge part of my day because there are these two 80-pound labs that are normally in day camp. He's like a cow drinking over there. I don't know if you could hear that.
You can hear. At day camp, you got your pups going to day camp? That's kind of crazy.
You know, adopting dogs is a huge responsibility, and I just think that part of what I committed to was like giving them a great life, and to me that consists of being like entertained a lot and running around and stuff like that. So I would say like in the mornings I get up and I you know, take them out for a walk and realize that it's still here, the coronavirus, and that it's not you know, it's like reality. But I generally write in the morning and try and come up with new concept ideas and send it to like Kevin Rudolph, who's a good friend of mine, or my manager, and kind of just like try and get inspired if possible. And that's like what's that. And then in the afternoon, I'll jump on the stove and Google like some top like very easy recipes to follow. Such as grilled cheese.
Complicated. Grilled cheese. People still
Yeah,
want
nothing complicated, right? I know. I'll probably add that sometime soon, but yeah, I mean, I've just been hanging out. What's that?
I know people are going to want to know the dogs' names. We have to know.
Okay, so Frankie, come here. Come say hi. This is Frankie. Come here, buddy. Come around. This is Frankie. He's a yellow lab. Come here, buddy. Let's say hi. Nav.
He's 80 pounds. You're going to lift 80
This is
pounds.
Frankie.
Look at that, the muscles.
Yeah. That's Frankie, and he's just a very well-behaved dog. And Nava is the other dog. She's already passed out on her bed. So
how'd you decide to have one dog, Nava, and then you have Frankie? How'd that happen?
So when my wife and I got married, we decided we wanted to get a dog. So we went to the Humane Society, and we saw Nava, whose name was Navajo, like the tribe.
Okay.
And I told my wife, as her dad, I want to just make an adjustment and take out the ho part of it and call her Nava.
That's great.
So
and
then with Frankie, Leanna was away, and I clicked on a link and it took me to Craigslist. She was with her parents in Virginia, and I saw Frankie's photo, and I was like, I need to get this dog because Nava was showing signs of like anxiety and other things like that. So they were thinking about putting her on, you know, medicine. So I was like, let me take this into my own hands, and I essentially adopted Frankie alone, which is a terrible idea to do when you're married.
Yeah.
And literally, but my thought process was like, worst comes to worst, I'll just foster him and find, you know, like a better home for him. But they ended up like working out well. My wife named him, and now he's sitting like a little prince in the corner. Look.
Good thing you didn't end up in the doghouse because of getting a dog. You know, that was.
I know, that's for sure.
So
how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. But in marriage, just make sure you always ask for permission. If she's
I know,
happy,
that
then
is true.
it's all good.
And shout out to Tim's for no reason. May as well do that while we're at it.
That's good stuff. So do you have any kind of cool things you can show us in your, what's that? Your makeshift studio right there?
No, this is my bedroom. I could show you my bedroom if you want.
Yeah, we're so down, man. I'm so down.
You want, like, go through my, okay. I hope this doesn't ruin my, okay. This is a messy bed that Nava makes. This is where the dogs sleep. And look at my little setup here.
Look at that.
You see that little happenstance orchid?
Yeah.
So that's really where, this is like where I write. Here we go. This is like kind of where I hang out most of the days, because behind these curtains, there's a little bit of a view of our backyard.
Oh, nice.
So sort of Florida like. But yeah, that's where I hang and write. It's very echoey, so I like how I sound in this room best.
Gotcha. So you're gonna almost have like backup singers, but it's gonna be you. The acoustics.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and possibly a few barks from the dogs.
Who sings more, Frankie or Nava?
Nava for sure. She like legit talks. like we'll be like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, she's looking at me now. But yeah, dogs are awesome, and it's really important, I think, to like, when you adopt a dog, unfortunately, it's kind of easy, and a lot of dogs end up on the street because the wrong people adopt them. They don't know how much it costs, or like keeping up with them. So I go overboard, but I love them. So like it's very hard for me to not, you know, take them to day camp and different things like that. But that's me, and they're happy. So that's really what I care about.
I mean, they're your kids. They're basically your kids. They're part of your family for sure. So.
Totally, yeah.
So we're excited, man, because this is the first ever at-home Wild Live. So we're actually gonna be in your bedroom, and you're gonna perform some songs for us. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let me start with Read Your Mind, which is my new single that I put out a couple of weeks ago, and we're getting ready to release the video. But a side note, one of the most common things to lose as a musician is a guitar pick. So I will not be using a guitar pick. Okay, here we go. It's been too long for me and you. I know you then that you saw the text. Oh, something's wrong, don't have a clue. I'm scared to see what's gonna happen next. 'Cause I know you, and I look in your eyes. Your lips are moving, but they're just telling me lies. You get angry, but you won't tell me why. Love would be simple if I could read your mind. Ooh, ooh. Love would be simple if I could read your mind. You wanna leave, I tell you stay. I need to know what this is all about. Before you speak, I'll take the blame. Hoping to skip the fight and work this out. 'Cause I know you, and I look in your eyes. Your lips are moving, but they're just telling me lies. You get angry, but you won't tell me why. Love would be simple if I could read your mind. Ooh. Love Love would be simple if I could be your man. Wanna know you better than you could ever know yourself. 'Cause I know you, and I look in your eyes. Your lips are moving, but they're just telling me lies. You get angry, but you won't tell me why. Love would be simple if I could be your mind. Ooh, ooh. Love would be simple if I could be your mind.
My man.
Thanks, bud.
Good. And obviously that's self-explanatory, because love would definitely be so simple if we could read minds or know the tone in a text message. How many times I've gotten in trouble because of tones in text messages or lack thereof? Yeah.
Right, exactly. And you're like, no, I didn't mean, what did you do to that? I meant, what did you do to that? Or like, whatever. Yeah. That song's simply about that. It's like, it was written from like the beginning of a relationship. The idea of like wishing that you could skip the psychological torture of like not knowing how they really feel while still enjoying that first 6-month period of like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like
that honeymoon phase,
right?
Sure.
Without having to deal with like the mental torture, a true honeymoon phase, knowing what they're thinking. Yeah.
I found myself so many times be like, I swear, if you could just be in my mind, you know that text was 100% sincere. It was all love. Like, it's like, I promise. I was like, I don't know how I could promise you any more that there was no tone there. So
wow, yeah,
that's good stuff. So I need to know, when you're writing in your bedroom, right? How many times do the dogs just come and interrupt, throw you completely off track?
Very often, because I'm like very receptive to them. I'm not a good parent in terms of like discipline.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like my wife's like the one that's like, she's like strict with them. I'm just like a pushover. It's hard for me. Like I don't know. It's just hard to, so like very often.
Yeah.
Walk me, feed me, walk me again. I'm bored. Like sort of, they really are like kids. That's why I put them in day camp, because like,
there it is. On cue.
my wife's home. Here, let me go open the door for her.
Good. Take us with you if you don't mind.
Let me take you with me.
There we go.
Who's there, guys? Who's there? Okay, go to your mom. There they go. All right. She's aware that we're doing a live video, so it's fine.
So, Judah, you know you're in a lot of trouble if you and your wife decide to have kids of your own one day. You're going to be the dad that just gives everything to them. I
know. It's a problem. I struggle with that daily, thinking about how terrible I'll be. But like, I make some good decisions, you know. Like, like I know when to not do something. It's just like, could they really not have whipped cream? Like, they live like 10 years. Like, it's not like they're going off to college and they're like, I feel like you love your dogs too much. And I'm like, they're not like with their best friends getting made fun of that their dad's obsessed with them and stuff like that. So like a kid's different, just because like hopefully like their life is longer and they have like human interaction and stuff like that. But like, it is going to be slightly a problem. I do get like very, very overprotective and like want to make sure that they're just happy at all times. But that could also like lead to the inability to figure out how to do things on your own. And I wouldn't want that to happen. So you called me out. It's true. Like that's for sure a real issue of mine. Like no doubt.
Well, also, and you don't know if they're getting made fun of by their friends at day camp, by the way. They could
we don't know.
Teased. They'd be like, hey, your pops just gives you guys everything, doesn't he? So
yeah.
So what do you got next for us, Judah? I'm excited, man.
Yeah. So the I'm trying to release like a ton of music this year in like a format of like singles, just because that's kind of how people are taking it in nowadays. And and this song is called Chameleon, and I wrote it with a good friend of mine, JT Roach and Alex Bilo, and we wrote this song about like also about a relationship, but like before you get to that point, and it's like I'm willing to do anything to have you. I'm willing to like even change who I am, like in that blink of an eye type of second thing. So any chance I could cover Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears? Maybe if I pull up the lyrics.
There you go. I'll sing along with you. You know what? The dogs would probably have a better singing voice. Scratch that idea. You can sing. I'll watch.
Reminding myself to be cautious anytime you're in the room. I wonder if it's heavy on your mind. Happens sometimes that you can't hide. Feeling on down the road. I'll be there for you and you won't lie. It feels different than it did before, 'cause I never met someone who could change my mind when I was sure. But I just can't seem to run. I could be a fool for your love. I could be a liar, step into the fires. I don't wanna fall for anyone if I'm not beside you, 'cause you take me higher. I could be the one up under your thumb. I could be anything you want. I could be a fool for your love. Tell me how to be what you need. I could be a chameleon. I could just ignore, but it's painful. Anytime you're in the room, I wonder if you laid it in my eye. I could just ignore, but you're angry. You go on the broom. I guess there's some things that you can't hide. It feels different than it did before, 'cause I never met someone who could change my mind when I was sure. But I just can't seem to run. I could be a fool for your love. I could be a liar, step into the fires. Don't wanna fall for anyone if I'm not beside you, 'cause you take me higher. I could be the one up under your thumb. I could be anything you want. I could be a fool for your love. Tell me how to be what you need. I could be a chameleon. I'm going to be playing at 11. That's
true?
Chameleon.
Is that true?
No, my friend Tommy just said I was.
Well, Chameleon's awesome. On a personal level, how did you see yourself change for the better when you and your wife first met? Because we all go through that. We all kind of strive to be the person they want without losing ourselves, of course, and the person they found interested in the first place.
I grew up very protected. My parents, like, they like took care of me very well. They didn't want to see me upset. They probably gave me more than they should have. And I grew up like not really knowing what it was like to not have, to sort of like really, really work hard for something, like honestly. And my wife was brought up in a very different way with a lot less resources. And she was like so much more ahead of me just as a human.
Yeah.
That I was like, whoa, like it was crazy how much she could handle emotionally. And she basically like doesn't take crap until this day. Like she's like very into not caving in and kind of like, she basically taught me how to be a grown-up in a way. Not that I'm a grown-up, like I'm still very immature and like,
Yeah.
but she really like put me into gear, and she was like, if you want this, like, this isn't like when you were like a kid and like you get everything, like,
Yeah.
and it's a really great thing to have. I mean, it sucks a lot of the times because like everyone sometimes like a little bit immature, but she really and I probably don't tell her that nearly enough. You know, we all probably don't, but she really like put my ass in gear, like legit. So I think that realization is one of the bigger things.
And that's great, man, because she obviously made you a better person. And if you can have two people that can help each other grow, maybe you loosen her up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she
Right,
became,
that's true too, possibly, yeah.
you
But
won't
man,
get
like I like couldn't, because I thought that like I'm invincible, like I can't get hurt, I can't this, nothing will ever happen to me. But I was like lacking emotionally, like lacking the ability to like decide for myself. Like it was just bad. And she came along and sort of like was like, you know, not everybody has it the way you had it, and it's not, and I'm not trying to almost like I'm just speaking the truth. Like I had it very easy, and that's just the truth. And that's like also like one big reason I still struggle with like anxiety and depression and stuff like that, because I really didn't learn all the skills of being an adult. Like I didn't go through that like, you know, course of life in a way. It was like went through it at times like almost like in a bubble or something, where others, you know.
I can relate. I was, for lack of a better word, coddled. You know, I was coddled as a child too.
Yeah.
It took me to like 22 to learn how to fold my own clothes. Like
Right.
That's a true story. Kind of pathetic, but you know what I mean. It's kind of also how you raised your dogs. You can kind of see it cross over, because you're
Totally,
who,
for sure.
who basically had parents that were yes parents in a way and would give
Yeah.
you everything, and now that's how you raise your pups.
Yeah.
So
I normally don't do cover songs, but there's this song called Circles by Post Malone.
yeah,
I'm sure you're aware of. So I thought it would be cool to play that for the people watching. But
I'm so down. Hybrid might be annoyed it's not Britney Spears, but you know what? I think she's gonna love it.
I mean, I'm down to look it up real quick and take a swing at it. You want me to try?
I would love for you to do that. You can do Circles first, and then we can hit them up with "Oops, I Did It Again," and then have
Oops,
that.
I did it again. Oops, I did it again. All right. Right.
That's amazing.
I probably could figure it out.
Oh, I don't
right,
doubt you could figure it out.
I mean, like, I might not be able to, but I'm going to try. So this is like a stripped down version of the. It has its limelight. That orchid was sitting in Publix, so lively, and I was there the other day with like my mask and gloves, and I was like, everyone needs an orchid in their life, you know, and I hope that, like this song, we come back around and sort of like spend, like if you look at life, it's in a circle, right? And like there are these little nicks in the road throughout, and we're just passing like one of those nicks, and hopefully, you know, we'll come back around. It'll be a very, very, very long time before something else happens, but every obstacle we kind of go through is like a threshold builder for us, is like a species and a world and all that. So as crappy as it is to be stuck, you know, it could always be worse, and I'm sure we'll, you know, come out of it. So just listen to the news and listen to what they're telling you, and I think we'll be out of it before.
And before you start, I think you need to make that into a shirt, by the way. Everybody needs an orchid. You need to turn that into a shirt, because that is a great saying. And then just have the orchid right there. Yeah, I mean, why not, bro? You seriously?
I'm going to write it down right now. Everyone needs an orchid. And then a photo of an orchid. I'm going to send you that T-shirt. All I've been doing is making new T-shirts and stuff.
I know we got to talk about your merchandise, too.
Yeah, I wanted to give away a couple of shirts to some lucky listeners. So what I was thinking was, go ahead and follow at Judah Holiday. And then, you know, I'll, you know, DM me and I'll hook them up.
That sounds awesome.
If you want a T-shirt, just send me a DM, I think.
And the possibility of a future Everybody Needs an Orchid shirt. You know,
that is very possible.
It happened here.
It did happen here. All right.
Take it away, bro.
Oh, you know what I just found?
Your pick. Yeah.
It was under my.
Magic happened. You're gonna lose it before the end of the video, but still.
Definitely. We couldn't turn around till we were upside down. I'll be the bad guy now, but no, I ain't too proud. I couldn't be there, even when I tried. You don't believe it. We do this every time. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flames cause we can't let go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, let go. I got a feeling that it's time to let go. I say so. I knew that this was doomed from the get-go. You thought it was special, but it was just sex though. And I still hear the echoes. I got a feeling that it's time to let go. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flames cause we won't let go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away, running in circles. Run away. There you go.
So good, so good. Now I gotta ask you a question because what is the biggest difference besides using that guitar pick and then not using guitar pick? Because I obviously have no musical talent. I mean, is it a comfort thing or does it actually make it a lot easier to play the guitar with a guitar pick?
Okay, so for songs like this, it makes it easier because the strumming pattern of like it's like too, so it allows you to like give it that more drivey sound, where if I didn't have the pick, I'd have to like do like maybe like finger pick it. So like it's a comfort thing for sure. It's definitely more comfortable for this song to use a pick.
Gotcha.
But
I just needed to know. I'm so glad you found it though, because now we can hear the difference. That was a little musical lesson right there on the fly, so I appreciate that. Now I feel
right.
smarter. Did you find the lyrics to Oops?
I did.
Do you think you can do it?
I don't even know where it would be, but let me just. Oh baby, right? Is that song?
That's the one. That was their big hit. That's where I fell in love with Britney Spears all those years ago. So for sure.
Here. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game. Right?
Yeah, Hyper shook it. She said she shook it.
I'm shook it. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's really all I got with that, I think.
That's fine. That was just a little taste, man. You know what? She shook it. I think you have just crushed it, man. You did it.
I mean, my goal was to shook it someone. What's that?
Anytime we get even a little sample of a Britney Spears cover, you know what? We're successful. We've done well, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's for sure.
So obviously, aside from just quarantining, what do you got in the plans?
So I have a new single called Choke coming out on April 10th. Maybe I'll close out the show with that. A lot of these songs are about relationships. That's like what hits me the hardest, like relationships, and like trying to, like, now that I've sort of been through them and like have my final relationship, or I'm in it. It's like now I'm just like writing my story about everything that like I realize now, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of cool, but
I hope your wife doesn't see you use air quotes to say my final relationship.
She never watches my lives.
I was nervous for you. I'm like, did she see that?
She's really chilled out though.
Yeah, you've done that to her. Like I said, you chilled her out a bit. So
that's probably true too. Because like you can't be that serious, or else you're just gonna be really angry at me all the time.
That's so good. Look at that. Hybrid is making her day. Then you got Chameleon with the flames, bro.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Whoever wants, what I'm going to offer now is anybody that wants a piece of my merch. Who knows how long will be, but all you need to do is just DM me at Judah Holiday and be like, I want this one. You go to judahholiday.com and then you click on the shop tab. And just tell me, and I'll snuggle up into something nice and warm like a JHT for free.
For free? I mean, do I qualify or no? It's just
of course. I already know which one you want.
That's true. Little BTS behind the scenes. We did talk about that before we jumped on. So I'm excited. So Choke. Can you describe about Choke?
Yeah. It's like when you're like, it's about being choked up and not know how to like express yourself in a relationship and not know like what to say at the right time or not the right time. And like, it's just like,
you forget your
like now I don't have that problem because like I'm comfortable. I'm not in any phase except for the really in love phase.
Yeah.
No. But
you're like this.
Yeah, exactly. And you learn a lot by like having a good person on your team. It's not always pretty, but it's worth it because this life wasn't meant to be lived alone, I don't think. And some people find it later in life like I did, and some people find it earlier in life like I did and got divorced. Which is the true fact. After 5 months, I got married when I was 20, and I was just like, no, not for me. Bye. Just like Cardi B. Yeah, I was like, bye. and like whatever, like things are good. We have it good. Like we're gonna be fine. Everyone's gonna be okay. We just need to listen and sort of like keep tuning into our lives. But some Hybrid fan seems like they're going nuts.
Yeah, you have made her maybe she might pass out before the end of this. So
he's like, bye. Well, Hybrid fan, if you want a tea, you know what you do. Just follow me and I'll hook it up. But April 10th, Choke is coming out. You guys want a sneak peek at the cover art?
Yes.
I mean, like, why not, right? Here it is. Choke.
Oh, look at that.
It's kind of eerie. Like, I didn't want to do something so predictable. You know what I mean? Like now it kind of looks like, well, what is this? It's like an S&M song or something, but like, no, it's not. But like, what am I going to put, like hearts and like two people on a hammock or whatever? You know what I mean?
No, you can't. That one is called Choke. So
right.
Two people on a hammock. It's like the song's Choke. You're like, okay, maybe you just like hammock. He's a big hammock guy. Judah Holiday,
I'm a big hammock
guy.
Anyway, I appreciate you having me on, and like,
of course, man. Anytime.
it's always fun hanging out with you.
I appreciate it. Likewise, man.
In a crowd, but it feels like it's just you and I all alone on the floor. I just thought of something cool. What if I did an exclusive first listen to the actual track instead of playing it?
What?
Do you think that would be cooler?
I think I would be happy with either one, but you know what? We should hear the finished product, sir.
Right? Yeah, let's do that.
Woo! Yo, Hybrid, we need more flames. We need more flames.
I hope you guys could hear it.
In a crowd, but it feels like it's just you and I all alone on the floor. It's so loud, but I need you to know that I can't take the weight anymore. If I'm being honest, you're all that I wanted for so long. You're all that I wanted for so long. The way that you're moving, like nobody's watching, you go off, and I'm only trying to hold on. Something happens whenever we get close. I've been doing my best to find the words, but I choke. Wanna tell you how you're making me feel, but there's a weight on my chest. I've been breathing in smoke. So you let me know if you want it, 'cause from the way that you're talking, I'm not the only one falling. Something happens whenever we get close. I've been doing my best to find the words, but I
I don't know how you're making me sweat. You get in my head somehow. I took a drag out of your cigarette, got me high and I'm not coming down. If I'm being honest, you're all that I wanted for so long. All that I wanted for so long. The way that you're moving, like nobody's watching, you go off. I'm only trying to hold on. Something happens whenever we get close. I've been doing my best to find the words, but I choke. Wanna tell you how you're making me feel, but there's a weight on my chest. I've been breathing your smoke. So girl, let me know if you want it, 'cause from the way that you're talking, I ain't the only one falling. Something happens whenever we get close. I've been doing my best to find the words, but I choke. Something happens whenever we get close. I've been doing my best to find the words, but I choke. There you go. There's a little hybrid action. In honor of Hybrid Fan, I hybrided that song.
That is so amazing. Yo, Judah, I can't thank you enough, man. This is really neat.
Thank you.
We got that world premiere of obviously Choke right there. Hybrid wants it out this week. I think we all want it out this week. You had a little taste of a cover of Britney Spears. We know about your dogs. I feel like we're family at this point now.
We are. And we could do this, you know, all day, every day, whenever you want. Just let me know.
I'm down. And you know what? Because when the wife's gone, you're lonely. You know what? We can help.
I'm lonely. And the dogs don't talk back. They just bark at me and ask for things, you know? Like, I need some human interaction like this.
This was fantastic. But Judah, thank you again. Our first ever at-home wild live. So we appreciate you being the first, man. This was neat. This was really, really cool, man.
Thank you. It was really fun. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in. Hit me up on my DMs for your merch and your size, and I'll hook it up with everyone.
Next one that we do, I'm definitely gonna wear the shirt that I'm picking out. So just a heads up, I'll be sporting the brand for sure, man.
Awesome, man. Thanks again. Stay safe.
Dude, you too, man. Be good. Tell the wife we said hello, and take care of the pups.
I
man.
will.
Peace.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Bye.